Another common identification procedure used by police is known as a show-up. Show-ups differ from lineups in that they don't involve any innocent fillers. Only the suspect is presented to the eyewitness. While there is considerable research demonstrating that lineups yield better outcomes than show-ups, show-ups may be necessary under some circumstances. For instance, it could be that someone who fits the description of the perpetrator has been found in the vicinity of a crime scene, but there are not sufficient grounds for an arrest. This means that there's unlikely to be time to organise a lineup before the suspect must be released. The main criticism of show-ups is that the situation strongly implies that the police consider the person they are showing to the eyewitness to be guilty. Also, if an eyewitness makes an inaccurate identification in a show-up, then they will always be implicating an innocent suspect, whereas in a lineup, an inaccurate identification could be for one of the fillers who are known to be innocent. That is, an identification error in a show-up is more likely to lead to a miscarriage of justice. If a show-up can't be avoided, then Wells and colleagues suggest that there are things that can be done to ensure that it's as fair as possible, as per lineup recommendations. First, eyewitnesses need to be asked to report their confidence in whether the suspect is the perpetrator or not, and this judgment needs to be immediate. Second, the show-up needs to be videotaped, with the officer, suspect and witness all in view, and include footage of the instructions to the witness and the witness's confidence statement. Third, anything that might bias an eyewitness's identification needs to be minimized. For instance, in one experiment, eyewitnesses who first overheard police saying that they'd caught the criminal were more likely to identify the suspect as the perpetrator. Another issue is that clothing often figures in eyewitnesses' descriptions of perpetrators, and hence it is possible that they might identify a suspect just because they were wearing something like the perpetrator. One solution here might be to cover the suspect's clothes with a blanket for the identification. Finally, any indication that the suspect has been detained should be avoided where possible. For example, if the eyewitness sees the suspect in handcuffs or being put into the back of a police car, then this is likely to increase their expectation that the suspect is guilty. This in turn is likely to increase the chances of them falsely identifying an innocent person of committing the crime.